Hey, there's this guy on the internet who says, "Ooh, science proves God." Basically, his argument is that, there was a beginning to the universe, and something about quantum fluctuations, the laws of nature created the universe matter. He says something from nothing, which creationists say quite a lot. He says that the laws of nature existed. I assume by laws of nature he means like weak force, strong force, electromagnetic force, and gravitational force. He says that those existed before the universe, which that is quite a logical leap. He says something not being physical, something about acts on the physical, created the physical from nothing, and for predates the universe. Mm, I mean, 3 and 4, you that those are assumptions, not physical. I don't know. I don't think the strong force and the electromagnetic force are necessarily physical forces. I don't know, but they are definitely created by physical things. Magneticism and shit. That's caused by shit. I mean, yeah, physical things cause these forces to happen. So and like quantum shit. I think this guy said something about quantum physics or something. He says quantum fluctuations. I think he's trying to say that quantum fluctuations means that God is a thing, and he's like probably like affecting things via like quantum fluctuations. But there's so many quantum particles everywhere, so to say. To say that someone like God, this guy is Jew, I assume he means like the Old Testament God, who has multiple human features, such as forgetting shit and repeating himself and things like that. Someone like that who appears to have a limited mental capability is like affecting every particle, every quantum particle, or doing all the quantum fluctuations that happen. That's kind of a stretch. And to say that those are caused by some dude, stereotypically to say some dude with a white long beard and shit in a robe. But anyways, the whole idea that like he says that the universe was created using the laws of nature that predate the universe and created the physical from nothing. This is this is dumb. We don't know that the laws of nature predate the universe. This old Jew guy, he's assuming things. He's assuming that the laws of nature existed before the universe. But as far as I know, the strong force, the weak force, gravitational force, and electromagnetic force, those are products of the universe. So some scientists say that they were created like within a millisecond of the so-called Big Bang. Also, he's trying to insinuate that his God existed before the universe. He's trying to say that God like sparked the universe into existence or whatever. I don't know. I don't really understand what he's trying. As I said, he's trying to insinuate that God sparked the universe into existence. But there are more reasonable theories than a character who has done book shit and I don't know all kinds of bullshit. There are better theories, such as the multiverse theory. Maybe two universes crash or collide in the multiverse. I mean, it's something we cannot really know. We can only theorize upon this. There's really no definite way I can conceive of to know what happens outside our universe. He said something about there being nothing outside the universe. Well, we don't know if there is nothing. Maybe there's a multiverse outside the universe. But there's nothing that if you grant that the multiverse theory is correct, then I don't know. Maybe there's like a this vacuum of universes outside of the universe. like I don't know. I mean, it's impossible to. It's really. I don't want to say it's impossible, but it's basically impossible or to guess what is outside our universe because we don't know. We cannot know. There's really no way we can know unless we could somehow maybe go outside our universe or get the exact numbers on how the universe came into existence. Like shit like that. There's really no way for us to know what happens outside the universe. the best thing we can do is we can try to come up with a theory of everything that Michio Kaku is always talking about. If we can create a law or whatever that includes everything we know about everything that happens in the universe, so every law in the universe, as Michio Kaku says, into one simple paragraph or the 1 inch text. If we could basically simplify the universe into like one mathematical equation, then we can probably like reverse engineer that into something, and like I guess somehow like have a more of an educated guess on what could have caused the universe, as Stephen Hawking has said at least once before. Other than that, there's really no reason for us to say that it was God. That's just saying. Really, what this man is saying, God did it. That's all he's saying. He says this video is called "Believe in God in 5 minutes, Science Proof." I mean scientific proof. There's really no proof here. He's just asserting his God into the unknown. This is a textbook we don't know. Thus, it is God or whatever. What's beyond the mountain? What's on the top of the mountain? It is Jews. Not Jews. Zeus. What is beyond the heavens? It is Jehovah. But then we climbed the mountain. There was no one there. There was no orgy going on of gods. No orgy of gods going on. And then we flew beyond the heavens, and there was no God there. Then they say, "Oh, he's outside the universe. He's outside of space. Maybe he's in the center of the galaxy." But then we built the telescopes and we looked there and shit, and there's black holes and shit. I don't know. I don't know if anyone has said that, but anyways. And then they say God is outside of the universe. Josh Furstein says that he's copying other people and says that if this is a circle of all known knowledge, or all knowable knowledge, draw a circle inside it of the knowledge that you think that humanity has. And then the atheist, I suppose, draws a tiny circle inside it, and then he asks him, couldn't it be that God is somewhere outside here? Maybe God is here on this in this big circle. That is not inside this little circle that you drew. I don't know. Maybe, but as far as we know, there's no reason to believe that God exists somewhere outside of what we know. And to be so specific as to say that, ooh, there's this one special thing that's written in this ancient book somewhere out there. That's kind of a stretch, mate. Why? How? What is your source? This book? This book that has been written and rewritten by multiple people across multiple millennia, and edited every now and then by the people of Rome. Yeah, like there's really no reason to believe in such scribblings. Like some people think that Moses wrote the Bible. No, he didn't. Read it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's most likely that the Bible, the most reasonable explanation for the Bible is that it's a collection of tribal stories, and it is most likely, as far as I know, it is. The simplest explanation is most likely the truest explanation, and the simplest explanation for the Bible is that it is a book that tells stories that tribes have gathered throughout times, and maybe in quotation marks stolen from the neighboring tribes such as Mesopotamians and the flood stories and shit. And many of the stories are inaccurate. One example would be that they say bats are birds. They're not. They're more closely related to mammals, I think. Birds are reptiles, essentially, or descendants of reptiles, while bats are mammals, basically, or whatever. And like, if the Bible is written by someone who is all-knowing or whatever, then this all-knowing person would know that bats are not closer related to birds. I guess. Then an apologist would say, well, bats are flying things, and the people of the time would have, I guess, translated it somehow or something to be a bird. I don't know. I mean, I'm just rambling right now. I mean, I myself see no reason to believe in God, and this proof that this video has given all it says is we don't know, God did it. because as I said, number 3 and number 4 are essentially false. Where I paused the video right now. I see no reason to believe in this shit. Like at the last minute of the video, this guy says that the last component he needs for his theory to be correct would be to have God be an active part of reality. And then he claims that well, you watching this video right now, that's pretty much proof for God being an active thing. How does that prove anything? That's pretty much anyone could stumble upon this video without any guiding hand of a God. If even if God had, like, for example, established it that at the beginning of the universe that everyone would watch this video for whatever reason to prove this guy's theories, that wouldn't make God an active part of reality. He wants God to be an active part of reality, but it's impossible to prove that God is an active part of reality unless he, like, said hello to everyone. And yeah, really, no, no. There's no point in, no. There is no point in this. This dude, he knows nothing. He believes in fairy tales. He's trying to push his agenda, I guess, of this magical creature in, I guess, outside the universe on a non-existent cloud that can't be in the non-existent multiverse that we don't know if it exists. No, no, dude. I can't. I cannot even. I cannot even.